Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna give you the best reasons why the Ram 1500 Hemi is the best truck to get. Now, a lot of people are gonna have something to say about this because Ram isn't the highest selling. There's Ford lovers, Chevy lovers, all types of, But realistically, the Ram is the best truck. I feel, this is all my opinion, but I'm gonna give you my reasons why I think the Ram is the best truck. All right, number one. These are no order, by the way. Number one, they have the best interior features by a long shot. Now, their new interior on the 18s, the 19s compared to the 18s is just immaculate. Even the 18s were probably they were the best interior before the 19 even came out. So they had the big 8-inch screen the interior. They had soft touch leather everywhere. Ford has probably the most expensive vehicle, and they still had hard plastic all over the place. Like over here on the side, I have the Express model, the old 4th gen, so I didn't have the best interior features. I have the 5-inch touchscreen. Basically I have all the features you can possibly have with an Express model. But I'm talking about the higher models, like the ones that your boss would drive, or a construction owner, or one of them guys. The Ram. The new ones are the best. They have that new 12-inch screen, double screen. It's immaculate. It's beautiful. I've been in them. I saw them firsthand when they first came out, almost before anyone else. I drove to Detroit. And if you look at the differences at Ford, at Chevy, and Ram, yeah, Ram is the nicest. They have the nicest everything. The steering wheel, from everything they do on their interior is nicer. They even have the most legroom in the rear now. Before, it was like inches. Now they have the most legroom in the rear. They lost 200 and some pounds. Like, the new ones are just beautiful trucks. The outside, you still got to kind of get used to. But interior-wise, no competition. Chevy did give a good competition, but now that the Ram, the 19 is out, and their Chevy Silverado 2019, I don't think they even changed the interior. The exterior, I'm not even a fan of. I'm not a big fan of the Chevys. I'd rather probably get a Ford. Sad to say, yeah, but I would never give up a Mopar for either one of them. Number two reason is they have the best sounding exhaust, in my opinion, and the best sounding engine. The 5.7 Hemi, when done up, sounds much better than the 5.3 and the 6.2 from Chevy, and the 5.0 from Ford. Yeah, the 5.0 to me, it's loud, but it kind of has that raspiness to it. Like Mustangs are loud. They sound good. I love the sound of them. I love the sound of all the V8s, to be honest. But Mustang still has that loud, kind of raspy V8 to it. And I don't know. I just think a Hemi has the more of a deeper tone. If that. Yep, new exhaust installed. If that makes any sense. Even from the factory, their cars I feel have the best sound from the factory, like the Hellcat, the Demon, compared to the Mustang and the Chevy and the Camaro and the Corvette. They all sound good. I like the sound of everyone, but the Hemi alone, especially in the trucks, I think the trucks sound by far the best. I don't know what's different about them compared to the 5.7s in the cars. Maybe the crank. I'm not 100% sure. I know that they have a different intake manifold. That might be it. Don't take my word on that. I'm not sure, but the trucks, out of all the trucks, the Hemi V8 sounds the best by far. Number three, the new 19 Ram now has the best towing ability for a V8. For a V8, not I'm saying the EcoBoost, because the EcoBoost actually from Ford tows the most. But V8 towing is Ram, and it's like 12,700 pounds or something of that nature, and that beats out Chevy's 6.2, which has 25 more horsepower and like 50 foot-pound more torque. Yes, that beats it out. A part of the reason probably is because Ram still has their 392 gearing with the 8-speed. and I think the highest in the Ford is 355, and the highest in the 6.2 for the Silverado, I think, is 342. So that may have something to do with it. I am not 100% sure. And they also lost 200 pounds in the weight, so that has something to do with it. That has to do with their gross, their gross vehicle weight, gross combined vehicle weight. That's part of the reason why the Ram is the highest V8 towing. Now, like the EcoBoost, I'm not even sure what that thing tows, but that has a lot of torque, and it's an aluminum body. They're very light. Third reason I'd say that the Ram's the best truck is they have the best 4x4 fuel economy, especially in the EcoDiesel. You're looking for if you want a truck with torque and great fuel economy, you get the EcoDiesel. The EcoDiesel is a great motor. It was the first one to have a diesel in the 1500. I know Ford has got one now. I'm not sure about Chevy. I haven't really been following up on Chevy's engines so much. And yeah, so EcoDiesel, great motor, and that's and the Hemi might even be one of the better 4x4s for towing ability. But another reason is I think the Ram in the aftermarket. I know Ford and Chevy have them too, but Ram, I feel like there's just more out there. There's more customization. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know a lot of people. You can't really put cams. You're not going to do a cam in a 5.0. It's just if you want to go build an NA truck, you're not going to build a 5.0 NA truck. They can be fast. Don't get that wrong. They are fast. The 5.0s with the 10-speed and the aluminum body, they're very fast trucks. But look what it took to get there. 2 extra gears and an aluminum body. The whole thing's aluminum. They weigh nothing. There's Rams out there that run the same time as them stock and a much heavier vehicle with 2 less gears. But here's the thing about the gears. A lot of the V8, the 8-speed from the Ram is the best transmission. Yes, it is. And if you want to argue with me because it is a 10-speed or an 8-speed, go ahead. But the 8-speed from Ram was voted the best transmission. It's built by the hell's the people's name? I can't remember. Mercedes. Yes, thank you. Built by Mercedes. They are the best transmission. They are the strongest transmission. They will last the longest. And the 10 speeds by Ford and Chevy, yeah, as everyone knows, you had to combine the 10 speed to compete with Ram's 8 speed. Ram hasn't gone up to a 10 speed, and they probably won't because their 8 speed's that freaking good. Their 8 speed's that good that took Ford and Chevy combined to compete with it. I mean, come on, man. You're competing companies, and you're going to combine to make a transmission just to beat out, Chryslers or Mercedes, whoever makes the damn thing. ZF, I think it's a Chrysler, but I think it's a Mercedes, but it's in all the Chryslers. I mean, you can't. It's in the Demon. It's what I mean. There's a lot of good vehicles out there, but a lot of good trannies out there. But the best is definitely the 8-speed and the Ram. It's like I could go on forever just talking about why the Ram is the best. Other reasons I can think of, like before the 19, the Ram 4th Gen had the best exterior by far. And if you said that, then you're just a Ford fan or a Chevy fan. I know Ford guys that aren't truck guys, and I know Chevy guys that aren't truck guys that said that the Ram had the most aggressive look to it. It sat up the highest. It felt the biggest. I'm not saying it was the biggest inside, but it just felt like you were in a bigger, better truck. And that's just, these guys don't own trucks. Truck guys are going to say, yeah, Ford's the best. Yeah, Chevy's the best. No. And just the 19 is growing on a lot of people. A lot of people say they look like this, they look like that. I'm starting to grow on the look. I still like the exterior look of this better, but it's different. You don't want the same look. You don't want to look exactly the same. Like when Ford came out with their aluminum body, it looked different, but it was the same. So it was like, they changed it up a little bit, and Ram didn't do that. They went with basically a whole new body. They kept up the dual exhaust. That's the coolest thing too. They have dual exhaust, and they had it since 2009 or 2010. Ford and Chevy don't have that. I'm surprised they haven't copied that. Because they copy a lot of things from them. I noticed it. Ram was the first back-to-back. Ram was also the first back-to-back Motor Trend winner. There's a reason why. Because They won back to back. They won in 13, and they're like, "Oh, let's do it again. Let's build the Eco Diesel and make a better motor, a better truck." And they did. They won back to back. No one's going to do that, and it hasn't been done yet for Motor Trend Truck of the Year. And also, you know, just because you're not the #1 selling truck doesn't mean you are the best. Doesn't mean just because you're the #1 selling truck doesn't mean you're the best truck. Does not mean that at all. Like, Ram is the #3 selling vehicle in the country behind Ford and Chevy. Yes, if you're going to say, "Oh, well, they sell more," that doesn't mean that means more people buy them. That makes them better. Ford is the #1 selling company out there, out of every company. So yeah, they're going to be #1. You're going to have, and the Ford F-150 has probably been out longer, so it has, you know, a better reputation. But as my, you know, I had an F-150 back in the day. I bought one just because I needed to get around, and I bought it for like $1,000. It was a good truck, but it had a lot of problems. Heat wasn't working, something stupid like that. I bought a Ram for $1,000 back in the day. I had that thing for a couple of months. It was great, but I wanted something better, so I got rid of both of them. They were just to get me around at the time. And hey, those are my reasons why the Ram is the best truck to get. You know, anyone can argue anything. You say what you want, but almost all this is my opinion, and well, it's my opinion. Talk to you later.